we've got some really bizarre, strange rumors on the upcoming Panasonic S1 Mark II and the S5 Mark II. The pricing information is a little odd, but the date range seems plausible. Details coming up, but first, I encourage you to subscribe and choose all notifications so you're kept informed on the latest camera gear, news, and rumors. Camera Beta said something really strange today. They said that the Panasonic S5 Mark II will be more expensive than the S1 Mark II. Now, to put this into perspective, the S5 currently sells for $1697. That's currently $300 off if you use the link down below. And the S1 is selling for $2497. There's currently an $800 price difference between the S1 and the S5, with the S1 being the higher end camera, and that makes sense. For the S1 Mark II to actually cost less than the S5 Mark II, to raise the price of the S5 by some 40+%, to take that price over the next higher up model that currently is separated by $800 with it on sale, and yes, I am counting that sale price of $300, that sounds a little bit strange to me. It sounds a little bit suspect. So the S5 Mark II is supposed to cost more than the S1 Mark II, and if we assume that the S1 Mark II is going to cost more than the S1, that's something like, yeah, it's over $1,000 unless Panasonic does something really strange and just switches the positioning of these cameras. I know, it just doesn't make sense to me, but Camera Beta went on further and said this. It seems that the S5 series has to walk on two legs, and the Mark II exposed this time is more like a high-end line to replace the current S1 on sale. Yeah, I think Google Translate really messed that one up. Has to walk on two legs. What does that idiom have anything to do with the pricing of these two cameras? And currently, the last time I checked, the S5 is on sale, not the S1. I don't know what's going on here. I would pretty much disregard all this pricing information. To me, it's just not making any sense whatsoever. I do not see any successor to the S5 Mark II costing more than the S1 Mark II. What do you think? I think this is completely nuts. Let me know in the comment section down below. And Mark, I'm really curious to know what you think about this. I personally think that whatever Camera Beta's gotten out of this, either the translation is completely messed up or they've completely muddled up the information. They've transposed numbers, whether it be the model or the pricing, but this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Now, they did talk about date, and I've said this before myself, that we're looking at about 4 years since the S1 and the S1R were announced, and then the S1H was announced a little bit later. So if we go back to when those were announced, it was in February 2019, so it'll be 4 years this coming February. And what I said was the most likely time frame is somewhere between February and March. And now what the rumor's saying? Well, this is what the rumor has to say about the announcement. According to Camera Beta, the S1 Mark II and the S5 Mark II are supposed to be announced at CP Plus in February 2023. Okay, it's time for a reality check. Wow, this is going to be one of the strangest rumors I've covered, but you know, it's one of the first few that we're getting on the Panasonic on their new S series line, the Mark IIs for the S1, the S1R, S1H, and S5. So I think when it comes to the date, CP Plus certainly makes sense. It's usually around early, middle February, and it's in Japan. So yeah, I'm gonna say that makes sense. It's certainly plausible. But the S1 Mark II costing less than the S5 Mark II, yeah, I don't buy that one. I don't think that's going to happen. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. And without any sort of specifications to indicate what the S5 Mark II is supposed to do better than the S1 Mark II, there's nothing to go on other than pure conjecture. This rumor hasn't been validated in any way whatsoever, and L Rumors picked it up too, again quoting Camera Beta, not providing their own analysis, saying, yeah, this sounds good, or no, this just sounds like it's completely out to lunch. This is a really strange video. In fact, I wasn't even going to do this video. I was actually getting ready for a review I'm doing of a battery pack that I'm testing out. And then I saw this and I kind of hemmed and hawed for a little bit. I was watching the movie Don't Look Up and I thought, well, let's sketch it out. Let's see if there's something here. And then at the end I realized, well, you know what? There is a story here, because a lot of people were asking me on the live stream that I had just a couple of days ago, what about the Panasonic S1H? What about the Panasonic S1, the Mark IIs? When are we getting a refresh? What about the S5? So for you, this video is for you, providing you with the latest information that we have, but please, other than date, the date is certainly plausible, but the other information that we're getting in terms of the S5 being better than the S1, both Mark IIs, I'm not buying that in any way whatsoever. But if you want to stay up to date on all the latest camera news and rumors, specifically regarding the S5, the S1, the S1R, the S1H, all Mark IIs, coming out supposedly in 2023 in the first half, well, then go ahead and subscribe, but make sure you choose all notifications. By choosing all notifications, as soon as I publish a new video like this one here, you'll get notified by YouTube, so that way you can stay up to date on all the latest camera news and rumors, saving you from having to scrub all the Twitter feeds, RSS feeds, whatever other feeds you're following, your favorite websites and YouTube channels. If you're in a rush, all the major camera brands, all the major camera models, all right here in one spot. So please go ahead and subscribe and choose all notifications. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon.